Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's vlog we are headed to Nairobi Railways Museum. So let's go and see what we are going to find there. To start us off is the Nairobi railway station, where you board your train to Syokimau and where you alight when you're coming from Syokimau. This place is popularly known in Nairobi as Railways. So if you want to go to this place, just ask where Railways is at and you get the direction. We have an engine or a train there, I don't know. Then the yellow, orange and maroon are the official colors of Kenya Railways. And now let's head to the museum, and on en route to the museum we have some nice graffiti there, so enjoy this vlog. Ladies and gentlemen, Nairobi Railway Museum was opened in the year 1970. Where were you? And so where we are walking to is the front desk for the museum, and at a fee of 200 Kenyan shillings, you will be able to access all these to come and enjoy together with family and friends or yourself. Relax, learn the history of the Kenya Railways. I'll start us off with historical details from Kenya Railways Museum as images from the museum play on your screen. On 30th May 1896, the construction of Uganda Railway kick-started, and in the year 1899, the rail had reached Nairobi, name later changed to Nairobi. On 19th December 1901, the rail had reached Port Florence, now known as Kisumu. In the year 1920, the Voi to Taveta line was completed. On 26th February the year 1926, the name Uganda Railways changed to Kenya and Uganda Railways. In August 1929, present headquarters building in Nairobi was opened. The building still exists. On 14th January 1931, the Jinja Kampala line opened, connecting through to Mombasa, and on 1st May 1948, it became the East Africa Railways and Harbors. On 20th January 1978, present Kenya Railways was formed through an act of parliament. And on 9th December 2010, there was a rebranding of Kenya Railways. And to wind it up, on 28th November 2013, the launch of the Standard Gauge Railway project kick-started. So I hope you have now you have a history of what happened at Kenya Railways, and these are some of the pictures and images that were taken during the construction. So enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are seeing on the screen is the Queen's porcelain plates and cups that Queen Elizabeth of England used in her tour of Kenya in the 1950s. And also next, you will be able to see the seats that she sat on, and later on you'll see the carriage that she was carried in. beautiful are these antique seats. Those guys had class. And so what you're seeing on your screens, the three staff that are standing there, were for fire extinguishing. Yes, that was a fire extinguisher. We get our tickets online. This is how they got their tickets. So on your screens, these are what the engineers for the Madaraka Express use. So this is the latest and has been preserved for future generations. We have the Madaraka Express exhibition out there, so yeah. So guys, I think this me this is me in the 1900s, 1800s, yeah. I think this is a beautiful place for you to come and visit, come and see, learn the history of how the rail came about. I'm sure most of us have gone to school and have been taught how the people back then predicted how the trains would come by. So this is how the train came to Kenya. So let me tell you a story. My grandfather, when he was 5 years old, he went and enrolled himself in school because his dad was not around. Guess where his dad was? He was working at Kenya Railways. And here I am learning the history of how the train came about. So my great grandfather used to work here. I've asked if there are records. I've been told they can search, but it can take time so that I can get to know what he used to have. Or maybe I'll ask my grandfather if he remembers what his dad was doing at the railway station. And before you ask, like, how could he allow his son to enroll himself? It was in the 1930s, I think 20s, 30s there. So there was no communication. How would my grandfather know where his dad is? Nairobi, and him was back in Kirinyaga. So yeah, my great grandfather was working here. So salute, and I feel nice to be here. So you are asking, how do I visit the Nairobi Railways Museum? You can Google the direction, but if you're in Nairobi and you always hear railways, it's at railways, and it's a walking distance, or you can take a motorbike. And the entry fee for Kenyans is 200. But if you're not Kenyan, you can Google the prices. I think this is a good place. You're going to learn about trains. I'm seated on a train. Can you see? I'm seated on a train going somewhere. So you can take a train. You can take a train. Oh no, you can take a train by the way if you want. There's a commuter train from railways to Adi River, back and forth. I don't know the prices. Maybe 100, less than 100, back and forth. If you want to go to Mombasa, you can take a train. So yeah, enjoy the railway museum. Enjoy the railways and the rails history. Sindio guys, hey, more trains. If you want to relax or take time and you're in Nairobi and you're like, so where do I go? Visit Nairobi Railways Museum. I recommend it. So I'm boarding a train. Here I am boarding a train. Ooh, I should have carried my small bag. Here we are. Guess the location. Here I am in a train. Not sitting inside the coaches is not allowed. So I'm gonna stay here. Oh, the toilet was immediately. This is the toilet. So guys, this is the train. I'm in a train. These are the coaches. The windows, on the corridor. And there's a bunk bed. There's a bunk bed, guys, on top of where the people used to sit. Oh wow! Oh, these are the coaches. Oh, the VIPs. When you pay the VIPs, this is how you travel back in the day. Yay! So that was it. Oh, they're not as many. And then you exit and another toilet. These guys are VIPs. 2 entrances for the coaches there. Those are the headlights. Then this is the walkway, and then I think you'd be taken to where you are seated. See? So sitting there. Oh, has a bunk bed. This one I think hard or something. I think it can be turned over. I don't know. So yeah, guys, it had a carpet on. Can you see the carpet? Carpet is there, you know. Getting on 1129. If there's a difference on 1129, it was the same thing. I can see the carpet. Oh, here we are. So there's the carpet. I don't know what that was. I think it was, I don't know. Another toilet. And another toilet. 2 toilets at the entrance. These are the doors. Here we have the same, the coaches, still with a bunk bed. I don't know if you can see. They even had a sink. Oh my god. So this was a sink all along. Not a sink. I don't know if it's a whole thing. Let's see. Oh, this is a sink. It's a sink that they would open up and then you can use the table. Oh, wow. And the towel. I'm sick. To stop the train, pull chair downwards. Oh, okay. Want to pull the chair downwards? Okay. Looks like there was a socket over here. The train, guys. See you in Mombasa. I have no idea what these are, so if it starts moving, you're on your own. So yeah, we're operating the train. Let's check the steam. This is the steam, Mama. This one was for coal. I have no idea. Everything is okay. Okay. See you in Coast. See you in Mombasa. Those who are going to Mombasa. Oh, back then it was Port Victoria somewhere, Lake Victoria, okay. Or Kilindini. Yeah, see you in Kilindini. Kubeba mizigo. Sasa hii ni ya wichi. Mbona mbeba nyasi ya ng'ombe na hii? Na train? Kwa